Here we go again.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, spectacular.
Hey y'all, in today's video I'm going to be playing every job pack to see how fast I can make a million with each one of them. So there are 8 special careers. This is Preston Adams and this is the character I'll be using for most of the careers. I gave him the acting special talent and also started taking acting lessons from the age of 6. I practiced my acting 3 times every single year until I mastered the acting skill. So after high school, I took extra roles because if you didn't know, you can get discovered from taking extra roles. Auditioned for so many roles, but I didn't get picked. They didn't even let me audition. Could have gotten an agent, but I couldn't afford it. But eventually, I got a lead role for a children's TV show, and then I got a high-paying role the next year for a fantasy TV show, which made me my first million. 1.4 million from that role at age 22. And it took me 4 years after high school to make 1 million as an actor. For the astronaut job pack, after finishing high school, I chose mathematics as my major because you need a STEM degree to become an astronaut. After finishing university, flight school, and getting my pilot license, I applied to the US Space Academy. I mastered all the training skills in Space Academy and got accepted into NASA as a cadet after failing the exam 4 times. If you've played the astronaut career, you know how hard it is to become rich from it, and that's why I made it my mission to transmit alien messages, scan for cosmic anomalies, and publish my discoveries just so I can win a Nobel Prize. Because, that's one way to become rich as an astronaut. And finally, my hard work paid because I got a Nobel Prize nomination, which I won, and I got 1 million from that. I became a millionaire at age 30, and that was 12 years after finishing high school and 6 years as an astronaut. To start a business, you need capital, and because I didn't want to get a job, I decided to go to university and business school so I could seek venture funding for my business. After graduating from business school, I emigrated to Norway because it's one of my top countries to live in. And when I emigrated to Monaco, they had very low demand for food truck business, and I could only afford to start a food truck business. So I started a food truck business with venture funding, and they had a 71% ownership. I picked the name, the product, edited the production plan, changed supplier, increased employees' compensation, and I made 100,000 in my first year. And by age 28, which was my third year as a business owner, I achieved my first 1 million in revenue. And I eventually sold my food truck business for almost 1 billion after 29 years. I started stealing cars and robbing homes from age 15 just to build my notoriety. I dropped out of high school and joined the Irish mob at 18 years. It's quite difficult to become a millionaire as an associate because you only get 10% of whatever you contribute to the family. So I worked really hard and got promoted to a captain, and then I was getting 30% of my contribution, which was small, but that was literally better than the 10% I was getting as an associate. Honestly, you just need to steal expensive cars and contribute it to the family to become rich as a Mafia member. At age 25 and 7 years after joining the Mafia, I made my first million, and as a captain, my yearly income was more than my contribution. I gave my character the music special talent and started taking voice lessons from age 8. I practiced my skill 3 times every year till I mastered it, and then after high school, I auditioned as a solo artist, and shockingly, I did well on my first audition, and then I also got a rap contract. After accepting, I released a single, and 3 years later, I made 1 million from performing live at a stadium in Dallas, and I also embarked on a world tour and made 7 million at age 21. That was like 3 years after high school. It's almost impossible to become a millionaire as a politician because you need to spend more than you earn. After graduating with a political science degree, I went to law school and I got a job as a junior associate. Then I went ahead to work for 10 years there because I kind of needed the experience to run for the gubernatorial election. You need at least 200,000 to make the ballot for the gubernatorial election. So it took me quite a while before I won the election, and by that I mean about 30 years. It's quite impossible to become a president if you don't have money because, first of all, you need at least 1 million to make the ballot for the presidential election. I know this because I tried so many times. You literally cannot become a millionaire just by working as a school board director, a mayor, or even a governor. Like, it's literally impossible. While working as a governor, a drug cartel offered me 7 million and I accepted the bribe, obviously, and thankfully I did not get caught, and that's how I became a millionaire at age 69. The politician career was the worst of all because it was literally almost impossible, and I had to collect a bribe to even become a millionaire. If you do not have the sport talent or you weren't blessed with athleticism by the Bitlife gods, you need to work really hard to build the skill by working out at the gym and going for walks. Once my skill was high enough, I tried out for the soccer team and I got accepted. So I practiced harder twice every year to improve my performance until I was asked to become the captain. After high school, I got a contract to move to the United Kingdom and play for Leeds, and after moving, I became a famous athlete. I worked on my skills, and after the first season, I got a 7-year contract worth 40 million. And then I became a millionaire after my second season at age 20. That was 2 years after finishing high school. Yo, I was utterly shocked at how crazy the UK taxes were. I was earning about 5.8 million per year and I only got about 3 million. For the street hustler career, I took trumpet lessons because I wanted to start out as a busker. The key to becoming a successful street hustler is to pick a street with high traffic and low crime and police. After checking about 5 streets, I picked the one with the least crime and police and I chose to become a busker. I just adjusted the busking also and picked which one I felt was suitable, and then I got to work. The reason I chose this also is that it's less stressful than others in my opinion and you can make a decent amount from it. But because I had a goal, I started to build my street smarts by scamming people, and once my skill was above 80%, I went for the highest paying option, which is selling fake VIP tickets. Once you get the hang of this scam, you can make up to 3,000 per person and 500,000 per year. And at age 26, I made my first million from scamming people with only 8 years of experience as a scammer. So this was a fun experiment for me. And for most of the careers, I made my first million in my 20s, with the exception being the astronaut and politician careers. If I was to rank them, I would say pro athlete comes first, and then musician, actor, mafia, street hustler, business, astronaut, and the politician career. But when you think about the spontaneity of beat life, this isn't really accurate. But anyways, thank you all for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!